everybody, welcome to another dreary day here in December. It's Wade from Wade's Orchids, and the plant that you are looking at right here is something that some of you already have. It's a very desirable thing called Colmanara Masai Red. Now there's been a lot of discussion about this plant genetically because the person who has bred it and grown it will not release what its parentage is. We've had a lot of discussion about this with me and a couple of people who are AOS judges, and I can guarantee you that one of the parents is Odontoglossum, now reclassified as Oncidium victinense. If you look at the flowers here, you will see that the lateral sepals end up pointing upwards. They actually curve and make almost like a ram's horn type thing and end up pointing upwards. That is something that's very, very characteristic on Odontoglossum victinense. Also, victinense has a characteristic of occasionally putting white spots at the base of the lip. This can be a single white spot or a few spots or blotches. It varies depending on not just the blooming or the plant, but the flower. Each individual flower can be a little bit different on that. The other parent has some mystery to it. One person I talked to says that he feels very strongly that it's something in the Ada genus. I'm not sure which species. There's been also some people that think that it is an Oncidium. But whatever it is, it's a very, very nice thing. It's not a small plant, as you can see. The flowers are about 3 inches across, and the plant itself gets to be about 2 feet tall, and the flower spikes will bring it up another foot if it's well grown like this. I've got 3 spikes on this right now, and flowers have been open a month. And there's absolutely no sign of the flowers fading. These flowers can last up to 8 weeks. It is an incredibly long-lived plant in flower. Makes it very, very desirable. It has no fragrance, but even without being a fragrance, it's a very beautiful plant. The color is an intense dark garnet red. And I'm going to bring things up here a little bit closer for you. Whoops, wrong way. And look at some of the flowers a bit more closely. And here, let's go down here. Hopefully on my screen here, things are starting to, it's a little bit lighter when it gets in close up to this. But you can see that it's got very nice open form, and the lip is kind of wavy and it comes to a point. Very pretty thing, very unusual plant. I can tell if I see Colmanara Masai Red, even like 30-40 feet away, I can tell that that's what it is. It's very, very characteristic. Now, something that I want to talk a little bit about here is the culture, and to do that, I'm going to bring things down here, and well, let's look at the bulbs for a little bit. These bulbs are very large. Again, it's not a small plant. The largest bulb, which is in the back there, it's here. See if I can get my finger around here. There, that bulb right there is probably a good 3 inches tall for just the bulb, and it's very thick. This kind of plant, it just grows like a horse if it's happy. It gets really nice and large, very robust. Okay, and to make it happy, it needs a fair amount of water. This is in a clear pod here, so we can see. Now there's a fair amount of algae there, but you can even see beyond the algae that this pod has got a lot of roots. It has been kept very moist, almost to the point of what we would call being wet. Now, one of the things that allows this to occur without rotting is, even though this pot has got a lot of drainage holes in the bottom, I still have some styrofoam peanuts in there to provide what I call perfect drainage. In other words, any amount of excess water that's in there will drain out fairly quickly, and leaving only the potting media moist. Now, talking about the potting media, I've got medium-sized kiwi bark, perlite, some small kiwi bark, seedling size, and also some sphagnum moss. This lends to being a fairly moisture-retaining media, and thanks to the sphagnum moss, it will stay moist and still not be soggy. Okay, because this plant is sucking up a lot of water. Okay, so again, with culture, I give it, I would say a little bit more than the average amount of light for Oncidium intergenerics. Also, I mean, almost up to Cattleya light. Also, temperature, my temperature in the greenhouse here is about 70 degrees during the daytime. You may hear the heater running right now. And it gets down to 56 at night before the heaters kick on. So it does have a drop in temperature. I don't think that that's a real critical factor, although it would be nice if it would get down to, oh, I'd say at least 65 or so, because almost all orchids, Oncidiums included, like to have a drop in temperature. I have very good humidity in the greenhouse, and I think the humidity and the coolness in the evenings help the flower longevity along a bit. So we've got really, really gorgeous Oncidium Alliance plant here. I'll come up to the flowers again. There we go. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Now this is, as far as blooming goes, this bloomed for me, well, it was in bloom when I purchased it last January. So this is December now. So it seems to be something that is only going to bloom about once a year. Okay, but it is worth it. If you can get one of these, do so. If you can grow Oncidiums well, I guarantee you, you will love it. I wish I had some to sell, but I don't. So, if you have any questions, please let me know. This is Wade from Wade's Orchids. If you like this kind of video and want to see more, subscribe and put a little like on the little thumbs up thing. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.